And I was just wondering, to start, if you think it would be fair to say that your members represent a barrier or a bottleneck in kind of achieving progress in the green transition.
I'd say it's the exact opposite, in fact. If you look at the industries across the board and how they position themselves towards the energy transition, there's no doubt that the electricity industry has been a first mover, one that has consistently advocated an ambitious approach over the last many years. And if we look at the investment flows in the market, our sector is the one investing in the new technologies that are going to drive change. But it is true that when you change all of society in a very, very short time period, when you basically trigger a industrial transformation of the entire continent and want to pull that through in 25 years, completely change the energy supply of our continent, then there will be some practical challenges. And our sector is the one that has the honor and the privilege to be trying to solve these, and that's what we're at.
You're right at the center of of things. It must be a fascinating association to be involved with. I was reading your manifesto, and when it comes to overcoming some of these practical challenges, you seem to be throwing the ball back to the Commission and back to the regulators and saying that they need to be involved in helping the grid to digitalize, to become more adaptable and to become bigger, I guess. But would it not be the role of the utilities to really be focusing on that?
You know what, I think first off, I would say we're playing a much more modest game than, for instance, 5 years ago when it comes to the policy asks. In fact, our key ask to policymakers and regulators today is implement, implement, implement. When we look at what happened in 2019, this was a completely different setting for an election. We had Greta Thunberg, we had Fridays for Future, we had hunger strikes in front of the German parliament. The world really wanted climate action and needed climate action. And guess what? We got that in the past 5 years. We have a climate law, we have Fit for 55, we have Repower EU, we have an unprecedented reformation of the EU acquis when it comes to energy. What we need now more than anything else is implementation. So in fact, what we're saying to policymakers is, please implement. And that is difficult at this very moment where new policymakers are coming in. They want to make laws. They don't want to be sort of bound by what their predecessors did. But that is, in essence, the most important thing to do at the moment. The other thing we're saying is, yes, we also need tweaks. We need to make sure that we fine-tune what's there in order for us to be able to take on our role and to continue those massive investments that we're putting into the market these days.